This shit is about to be some real freaky weird shit, folks. But dad gets daughter STD. This shit nasty. We gonna watch it though.
Hey, Mr. Wiley. Hey, I'm so sorry.
Police are at the house of this father after failing to find his 12-year-old daughter who went missing 8 months ago.
Do you know of anywhere she might go? I know you said you don't know about her friends, but...
First time when we got her, she went to an abandoned apartment.
While the child had a habit of running away, she'd always been found. Until now. For months, investigators would slowly uncover more and more disturbing secrets about this case.
You could see her dad like standing on the side, and he was smiling. He wasn't doing anything, he was smiling. While they was searching for Lori, right? Mm-hmm. He's sitting on the side like smiling and looking around. Baby, you're not gonna look for your child?
I thought Miss Summers told me that one of the rumors or that people were concerned Lori Page was with a 20-something-year-old man.
But they would eventually lead them to their worst nightmare as they desperately try to piece together who would do this to a child and why.
You're sitting there giggling in handcuffs while you're being charged with your daughter's murder. You want everybody to think you're a monster?
I just like it's like this. I just don't understand. Like, what leads to this type of like behavior, bro? Like, where she done birth this child? So obviously, you can birth a child, go fuck a woman and birth a child. So obviously, you did some right. So what led to you doing some shit like this? This shit is disgustingly sick, bro. Like, ew, gang. Shit,
on June 3rd, 2023, in Florida, Tallahassee police got a call from Andrew Wiley saying his 12-year-old daughter had gone missing.
Hey, Mr. Wiley. Hey, I'm so sorry. Okay. So, do you remember when she was last working?
I got to work yesterday, so I work at night.
So you work at night? Okay. So who was she hanging out with whenever she ran off?
I don't know. I got off work. She not here.
Who was supposed to drop her off here? So you went to work last night, and she was here?
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you came home, she was gone? Okay. So what time was that? When was the last time you actually physically saw her? 11, yeah. Okay. And then what time did you come home then?
Not too long ago. I went for a walk, so it was
like it's 11:30 right now?
I don't know, probably 10 something.
So 10 a.m. today?
Yeah.
Okay. I know Grandma, 1323 Arkansas. I'll head over there. I'll have an officer head over there. She's not in school right now, right?
Nah, she's supposed to be in the summer program. That's where she's been going. So I'm like, I signed her up for that.
Are you sure she didn't get on a bus or get picked up by a friend?
Man, if she did, I don't know her friend is. You know what I'm saying?
Does she have a phone?
She got a phone, but she didn't use it.
Does she have a phone with her though? Do you know?
Nah.
She knows
that a long time ago.
So she has no phone. Okay. Is she on any medications?
I told her, I don't know. If she is, her mama know that stuff.
Has she ever been addicted to any drugs, narcotics, or been the victim of any sex crimes or anything like that?
It was some allegations with some her mama, father, something, but that was a long time ago.
The first thing officers try to ascertain is what Lori's family life was like. And in short, it's complicated. Currently, she's living with her dad, but as officers will soon find out, she's been all over, so tracking her down will be no easy feat, especially given that she doesn't have a cell phone and her dad doesn't seem to know anything about where she might be.
Do you have any scars, marks, or tattoos? Okay. What kind of hair does she have?
She got dread.
She's got dreads. How high, how low?
It's about to her shoulder.
Shoulder? Okay. Do you know of anywhere she might go? I know you said you don't know about her friends, but...
First time when we got her, she went to an abandoned apartment.
I was there for that one.
I would never realized, so I don't know.
What about Grandma? I was just told that, she wasn't at Grandma's, but I just want to double check. You know, maybe she went to the park over here?
Nah, I don't know.
Clearly, Andrew wasn't going to be much help for now. He also didn't seem particularly concerned about Lori's disappearance. So, for now, cops followed the standard procedure. They handed out flyers, searched places she was known to hang out at, and kept a close eye on her social media. But as the
What the fuck was that?
Police reports say because Lori had run away in the past and there was no reason to believe she'd been harmed, the case moved extremely slowly. It wasn't until 16 days later, when an officer met Lori's grandmother, that they started to get a real picture of what was going on here.
I'm Detective Drake. I'm over Lori's case. So I am just trying to double check a lot of locations. You know, she has been missing for a couple weeks now. So one of the locations was your house because I know she stayed here before. So is she here?
No, she's not.
No. Has she been here at all?
Yeah. I mean, she's been here, but before.
Right, not in the past like 2.5 weeks. Gotcha.
And just like I told you, the last couple of officers, last 3 officers here are back. I believe that she knows that if she shows up here, I believe in accountability. I've already told the last 3 officers if she shows up here, I'm gonna bring her to you guys.
Right.
And then you guys can take her back to her dad. So she ran away like 3 or 4 times while she was up there.
Right. Was that in Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nashville doesn't contribute to a database that we use, so I need to call them directly to get that information. Do you know like about how long was the longest time she was gone while she was in Nashville?
It was gee whiz.
Nosy.
Time to tell you. Again, this was a time that she wasn't really communicating with me, and then Lori's mom. And then I guess she met her wits in, and she wanted to call her and say, hey,
but I don't think so.
For the summer. And this is during the time of COVID, so I asked, hey, can I work remotely? Because I had like an essential job, somebody had to be there.
Right.
And they let me work from home while she was here. And at that point, she just stayed for the 3 weeks. But it was before she came where I started asking Miranda some questions. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't know how forthcoming she was. But as far as I knew, she'd only been gone like a day.
Okay.
Right? And from what I understand, I can't trust anything that Miranda says anymore, but from what I understand, she had put her in 2 different facilities. Because when she came down here, we were here, they had put her on 2 medications.
Okay. What kind of medications?
For anxiety, and I don't remember what the other one was for.
But no life-threatening illnesses? It was more like insulin or heart medication.
This is just like for anxiety. And she had an episode when she was here for that 3 weeks. On the first night, she just got up in the middle of the night, and I could see something kind of, I don't know, shut off or clicked on or something, I don't know. And she kind of ran head at first like a little bull into me and charged into me, into my stomach, and knocked me down. And she ran out of the house. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And she dashed out of the house and she went this way, and she was running down the street in the middle of the night, saying, this is not my mom. She's kidnapped me. And I had like cars stopping, like, is everything okay? Do I need to call the police? And I'm like, she's just having an episode, you know, her mom's been having problems with her, trying to get her back.
Is it like bipolar, or is it?
She's not been diagnosed with that as far as I'm concerned. As far as I know, it was just anxiety issues. And I know that all of this started happening when Miranda temporarily lost custody of Lori, and her personality just changed. I mean, she was a different kid.
While this does answer a lot of questions about what might have happened to Lori, it also complicates things massively. Her family relations will prove to be extremely pertinent to this case, but at the moment, the officer's mostly worried about just how unpredictable Lori seems to be. If Lori had one of her episodes the night she went missing, there could be no telling where she disappeared to.
And Lori is really good at spinning lies. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. and I tell the story all the time to my family, when she was 2 years old, when kids are supposed to have an attention span of a gnat, she would try to gaslight you for 2 weeks on your story. And you knew it was right because you saw her, and it was just a little thing at the time. I didn't do that, and then she just spent the story getting bigger and bigger. Well, time progressed, and I guess Miranda shuffled her around to different people, what have you. That's when I became number one. And I'm like, figure this out. Just do what you gotta do. And so one of the times, she stayed with my dad, and because of how she kind of came up, Lori's always used to sleeping in the room with someone. Excuse me, I don't know. Pardon me. I know that she would not be afraid of the dark. So when I transferred my job down to Tampa to help Miranda out with Lori, we actually stayed in the same room, Lori and I. We had 2 single beds in there. And if I would wake up or get out of bed in the middle of the night or whatever, it was like she could sense something. She would just kind of give up. Like, I'm in here by myself.
Right.
And I tried to tell Miranda when she was a year and a half, it's time to start weaning her off of that. Let her sleep in her own room. But because Miranda needed some of that contact too, she let it kind of go on.
Right.
So she went knocking on my dad's door.
So fucked up. All this shit stems from bad, like, parents.
You go back.
Terrible
Put her back in the bed. Well, I guess she had night terrors, or that's what Miranda refers to them. Because Lori has the ability to hold on to vengeance, I guess is the best way to put it. She has a tendency to hold on to that kind of stuff, but she also still has the mind of a child.
Right.
Well, she went to daycare, she played all day long, had a good time, and then at the end of the day, when it was time for her to be picked up, she remembered, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to be in the room by myself. And she spun this line with my dad, which caused him to be arrested. And because she can hold on to a thing for a while, and it was bringing her greater and greater attention, it kind of taught her that this is all I need to do to get the attention that I need.
But if disappearing like this was just supposed to be
bro, I had a child, bro. Ain't gonna lie, I don't even want to speak no bad or ill on that child for how she acting, considering what the fuck happened to her. Like, but, gang, niggas gotta do better with bringing kids into this world, bro. I'm telling you. I know what you got going.
Grab. You'd assume that she would have shown up again after a couple of days at most. But even after searches of local apartments, her friends' houses, her grandmother's place, her school, and, quote, every hotel in the city, she was nowhere to be found. They quickly followed up on any alleged sighting of her, but always came up short. They knew they had to change their strategy, so they turned their attention back to her complicated family life. And what they found began to break the case open, one step at a time. Everyone who saw how Lori's mom, Miranda, raised her had similar things to say. She was 17 when she had Lori, and 6 months into the pregnancy, she asked for an abortion. Even after Lori was born, Miranda still wanted to hang out and party with her friends all the time, which led to her leaving Lori with all different kinds of people. By the time she was 12, she had lived with her mom, dad, grandma, paternal grandma, godmother, Miranda's ex-fiancé, an uncle, and even Florida's Department of Children and Families. In fact, that was where the police headed next, to talk with a social worker to see if she might be able to help them find any semblance of a lead.
So she had gone to Hattie Cotton. So she had gone to 2 elementary schools in 3rd grade, and then 4th grade she went to Goodlettsville Elementary, and then 5th grade at GMS. So she was here for about 3 years before she moved back with Dad. And then I will say, like, she was very resistant to meeting with me. She did not want to meet with me. She did not want to talk with me, or it was very difficult to try to even build a relationship, just a rapport. She kind of avoided me. She was very guarded and disengaged in sessions. She made it very, very well known that she did not want to talk to me or participate. And she did have a very kind of a more pessimistic outlook on life. It was always a negative, always something negative. She gave, so I usually do with the students I see initially is ask them, like, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 or, 0 being bad, 10 being good, what scale do you give school? What number do you give home? What number do you give life? She gave life a -20.
Okay.
I asked her, well, let's at least try to get up to a baseline, like 0. What would that day kind of look like, you know? And she said having pancakes in the morning. A positive 3 or 4 would be being able to watch Attack on the Titans and getting on her phone whenever she wanted. She said that she'd never felt loved by anybody and she doesn't feel loved currently.
Lori's dad, Andrew, was 20 when she was born, and given he also seemed to have other priorities at that age, Lori began to feel neglected, and as she said, never felt loved. It's no wonder she began to feel starved for attention and acted out in order to feel seen. Just listen to what her old teachers had to say when officers spoke to them a few days earlier.
Even if you're telling us stuff we already know.
Yeah.
Just to kind of put you at ease about that too, he's not necessarily a bad guy.
No, yeah, that was
Lauren?
It's kind of
Yeah, he was only in Tallahassee, or she was only in Tallahassee for about a year.
okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so it's kind of just like, oh, I didn't know I had a kid, and here.
He knew it, but she was not in Tallahassee.
Okay, so not really like a
They didn't spend a lot of
essentially
quality
mom
time.
dropped her off to him.
Okay.
And for her to spend time for the summer,
And then
didn't come back, so
Oh
we had
my God.
to struggle to get her enrolled.
Right.
And he even
And
had
he
to
was
ask around for
nice.
school.
Yeah.
So,
God, she must have felt like she was just thrown away. Like others.
I mean, there was definitely, she was like a sad-ish kid, but she also was like pretty normal.
Yeah, someone said she really was eager to please.
It seems that as a result of the neglect she felt, she began to cling to any adult who gave her even a shred of attention and was desperate to please them. A combination that's unfortunately easy to exploit, as her teacher was quick to point out.
Case. So I was looking at her Reddit username and went ahead and searched for her page, and I saw a post that you made on. I saw your post, and one of your sub comments, you mentioned that you heard a rumor that she was being groomed by a 20-year-old man.
Yeah.
I have never heard this rumor. No one brought this to my attention. So, where did you hear it? What is it? What's going on?
Where did that information come from is kind of what we're curious about.
This was a while ago, so I have to think. She, I thought she said, or that she said Lori's mom or someone was concerned that she was being groomed by an older man. I think if a student told me, I would have known that. Mm-hmm. I really felt like Miss Summers told me. I thought I heard from Miss Summers.
Just that there was like an older man.
That she associates with an older man and that she might be with him. If I didn't hear from Miss Summers, I might have heard from Mr. Stokey. I'm actually supposed to be meeting with him right now. You want to walk down there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I'm not just going to make that up out of my.
This could be a serious development, so the cops immediately got the teacher to call Mr. Stokey to see if he knew anything else.
Hey, Stoke, let me ask you a question. I have some TPD detectives here. Long story short, I thought Miss Summers told me that one of the rumors or that people were concerned Lori Page was with a 20-something-year-old man.
So she had like a history of kind of like having crushes on some of the other male teachers. So like that rumor is something that could be like, I wouldn't be surprised that she would be like a candidate.
These teachers, what the fuck is this? These teachers and all this shit, bro. Talking like you never think teachers had what gang? You probably go to work, go home, cause what is this? I don't know if I'm tripping, bro. What?
To be groomed.
Crushes on the other teachers and this shit just cool. Nobody raised no alarm. It's just cool. What?
Somebody because she was, likely to look up to like male figures in that way. You know what I mean?
Any teachers in particular?
No, the one that she had a big crush on immediately sent her to guidance, Mr. George, but he doesn't work here anymore. He's at Deer Lake.
Mr. George, oh.
Yeah. It was pretty much immediately he sent her to guidance. It was yeah, this is a problem, kid.
That's Nathan George.
Would there be any kind of documentation for that or any kind of behavioral report or anything about that?
Social worker Miss Glenn might have documentation of seeing her, I think, about that specific thing. But yeah, I mean, it was like, I feel like she was like kind of joking when she would say it, but if there's a rumor that she was being groomed by somebody or something, then I mean, that does seem like it would be important information.
The unfortunate thing is that, at least for now, all of this was just a rumor. The only truth that the cops seemed to have was that Lori quite simply wasn't happy with how things were. Often, she would text herself and write disturbing stuff in her journal. She would say things like, "What if I was never born? Maybe I wouldn't be a burden." And according to her social worker, it had gotten even darker at some points.
She was hospitalized at Vanderbilt for a suicidal attempt in the summer of 2020.
Did they give any detail on that?
I didn't have any information about that. We're, unless we're given like a release, of information, or if like she was being tested or anything like that.
I was just curious if mom or her told you about it.
Mom told me.
Okay.
All this information's coming from mom.
Okay.
Lori clearly had problems for a lot of her life, but it was starting to seem that there was a moment when things snapped and escalated. In 2022, Miranda dropped Lori off at her dad's place for the summer holiday, but when it was time to pick her up, Miranda called saying she couldn't. She had told Lori it was just going to be a holiday visit, but in reality, she had gotten an eviction notice because she couldn't afford to pay her rent. Lori had previously lived with her dad when she was 5, and Andrew had told the police stories of how Lori enjoyed living with him. But for people who really knew Lori, people like her grandmother, that was when everything changed. Remember what she said to police earlier.
All of this started happening when Lori temporarily lost.
I really should change my title real quick.
And her personality changed. I mean, she was a different kid.
Nah, this is some sick shit though, y'all. This is real world shit.
No, that was when she was in Tampa.
Really
Oh, okay.
This was eerie. The mixture of her personality changing, her disappearance, and her dad's apparent lack of care for the whole thing. For all the lack of information the police had about this case, a picture was starting to be painted. And it all became clearer as police started to interview Lori's friends at school. In fact, it was these interviews that would prove to be the breakthrough.
Okay, how'd you know Lori?
Because we had a class together.
Okay. Did y'all hang out any outside of school?
Not really.
No, just at school? Mm-hmm. Did you hang out with her much at school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of sat with her sometimes when she was like, wasn't sad. And when she was, I would ask her if she was okay.
Okay, did she ever tell you why she was sad?
Once, she was sad because she was scared to go home because she had got her parents called, and I was just telling her just go home because she was telling me she was gonna run away, but I never thought like they would have to.
That sick ass nigga probably doing some weird ass shit, bro. Yo, this shit disgusts me, gang. Like niggas don't know, like this shit, like the things niggas do to kids really affects them so much, bro. In the long run, short run, everything, gang. Like, that shit is just so. I'll never understand that shit. Like, how the fuck, like.
Okay. Just so you said she was scared to go home because she got her parents called like she got in trouble at school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did she ever tell you anything about other than like her being scared to go home? Did she ever tell you about anything bad going on with her at home?
She would say she'll get abused.
And she say how? No. Did you ever see her with like bruises or cuts or scrapes or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where would those normally be at?
Sometimes she'll have it on her elbows and knees.
Okay. Did it look like it was?
And sometimes she'll have busted lips.
Okay. Did she tell you how she got those? No. Okay. Whenever she'd have those, would it seem like she was sad at those times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When she ran away the time she went to your apartment complex, did she tell you why she ran away?
Yeah, when we were walking, I was just like, what are you doing? She said that she was arguing with her dad. So, I don't know what. She was arguing with her dad. I don't know if I think she said she threatened I got 0. He threatened to hit her, and she ran. She didn't even have shoes on, so I don't really know. All I know is that she dropped her little bag. They were probably arguing at the door, and then she ran away. But after that, when after it, and then her dad seen her at the bus stop.
Did it look like she was hit at all?
Yeah, when she first came to the school, she had a bruise on her lip, and she wouldn't really talk a lot. But then after a while, Carmine, she's really friendly, so she opened up to all of us.
Did she ever mention anything about the births?
So, did she mention anything else about what happened when she came to stay at your house?
She would mostly say, like, because I would always ask her, like, why would you do that? You know, you're going to get in trouble sometimes, you're going to get whooped. I got whooped myself, but, like, it was for doing dumb stuff, like stealing or something like that.
Right.
But then she said, like, it was overdoing it, like, it would leave bruises on her for a while. And that's mostly what she was saying, like, he would hit her a lot, she would get bruises and stuff. And that's why she ran away.
I never beat my daughter. I let my mama, like, her mama can do that, bro. I ain't put my hands on my daughter.
Basically, last year, I know she had snuck out to somebody else.
Okay.
And then after that, her dad came to the bus stop and whooped her in front of everybody. She was embarrassed. And she was basically saying that she was getting abused and stuff. She said she couldn't take it no more. She was going to run away from home.
How many times has she run away?
I think like 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Which time was it that Dad came went to the bus stop?
Like the second time.
The second time? What bus stop was it?
The college bus stop over there by Ocala and Continental.
Okay. When you say that he whooped her at the bus stop, what does that mean?
Like hit her with a belt.
He had a belt? Did he have it on? Did he have it already in his hand? Or?
Already in his hand, walking up.
Already in his hand? What was he saying?
I don't know, because they were over there, more, but you could still see it.
Now, you said that she said that she couldn't take it no more when she was at home. When did she tell you that?
At the bus stop one time.
Okay. How recently?
She was talking to everybody.
She was talking to everybody. How recently was that?
Like last year, but they just now saying something about it.
Just now saying something, okay. Was this before she went missing?
Mm-hmm.
For the last time? Like this time that she's missing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you remember what month it was? Do you know if it was the beginning of the school year, middle of the school year, end of the school year?
It's kind of towards the middle, I think.
Towards the middle? Okay. What did she say?
She said all this abuse and stuff, she can't take it no more, and that was it.
Okay. Did she say how she was being abused? Okay. Did she say who was abusing her?
For Lori, it was getting too much to take. She had done the only thing she knew how to do, run away. The thing is, she always came back. But by the time the cops had conducted interviews with everyone they could and searched everywhere that had even been mentioned in passing, it had been 8 months. It was obvious at this point. Lori hadn't just gone missing. There was a darker truth yet to be discovered, and Lori's closest friend had just made it a lot more likely.
She was like very quiet, and she didn't say nothing very much. Mm-hmm. But she always used to talk to me and my friend Palin. Mm-hmm. But she used to tell us stuff about her dad and her family, but she never I kept telling her go tell somebody, but you're not telling anyone. Running away is not gonna solve it. So you're not telling nobody. So we was very close. And then when I heard she went away, I thought she went to her friend's house because that's where she went last time. But she didn't go there because they couldn't find her there. So she just left, she just vanished.
What was the stuff that she was telling you about her dad and her family?
But she said her dad don't feed her, and her dad used to touch her and stuff. I told her you need to go tell somebody. You can't just sit there and let it happen because it's gonna keep bottling up, and one day you can't take it anymore. You're gonna end up doing something that you don't want to do. Right. So I told her you need to go tell somebody, or else it's just gonna keep happening. And when I found out she went missing, I was like, well, y'all need to go check her friend's house. Maybe she'll be over there. And then she wasn't there, and her friend said they haven't seen her either. So I was panicky. I literally left my house to go look for her. Mm-hmm. You know how long I walked? How long I had to get to her friend's house?
That's a long way.
I walked from my house to her friend's house just to look for her, and she wasn't even there. I was panicking so bad. Cause I was thinking what if she got kidnapped or something? Mm-hmm. But I tried to think positive, even though she been gone for almost a year. It's a new year. Yeah. She been gone since 2023. That's a new year.
That's a long time.
I was trying to I kept trying to get her to tell somebody, and she's like, no, I don't want to tell anybody. But yeah,
Did she ever tell you why she went into, like, what she thought would happen if she did tell somebody about all that? What did she think?
She told me that her dad would come.
Think back to the very beginning of this case, when Andrew reported Lori missing. He barely seemed concerned, he barely provided any information, and since then, he hadn't once followed up with the investigation. At that time, the belief was that this might have just been his way of dealing with the situation. But now, it seemed suspicious.
Yeah, bro. Like the one thing, if you go look on the news and you see the video that Miss Summers was in, you can see her dad like standing on the side, and he was smiling. He wasn't doing anything, but smiling. Like he was looking and he was looking around while they was searching for Lori, right? He's sitting on the side like smiling and looking around. Baby, you're not gonna look for your child? Something's wrong with you. Like, I ain't gonna say that because you might put me in handcuffs, but like, I'll like scrap with him because like, you literally sitting on the camera and you're smiling. You're not. Wow, all the other people from our school, from here, are looking for your child and you're smiling. What are you smiling for?
I think it's sick and disgusting.
I get you on the frustration on that.
And this is why, like, if I see her dad again, he's done with it because I'm really gonna beat him up.
I might have deep guys when you're ready.
You have like put up flyer thing over in her neighborhood or whatever, and then I have to like talk to her dad about it, and like I mean obviously you probably talked to him, but like he just like didn't seem to care when I was talking to him about it. It was like, your kid's been missing, I think it was like 23 days at that point, to figure out what had happened, and he was just kind of like really just like, you look me in the eye, which is
Who is that?
her dad. Like, it was just weird, you know. I was like, I don't know, like my experience as a teacher, like I was only a first year teacher at that time, but it's still just like, I don't know, like if your kid's been missing for 23 days and you interact with pop culture at all, like you know, like you should be scared or like something.
At this point, there was enough evidence pointing toward a very dark conclusion to this case, so the case was turned over to homicide.
So here's why we're here. It's been 6 months. This girl walked out of your house with a bag and nothing else. She's 12 years old. She hasn't been heard from in 6 months. Me and him, we're part of the homicide unit. I'm not telling you anything's happened to her, but it's gotten to the point now where probabilities are not in our favor. Yeah. And that's why we're here. So, you know, we kind of wanted to get our own perspective of everything.
Niggas
We're asking you this question.
be dead. Fuck you. But actually, that would be better for that nigga, bro. So put him behind bars and let them niggas damn near kill him. But keep him alive and just keep going through that shit every day. Or rape that nigga, gang. Rape his ass, fleece, gang. Put that boy in Clayco. Tell you, bro. Put that boy in Clayco, bro. Cut his ass up with some motion,
But even at this point, the detectives still had no idea just how horrifying the truth really was. The first thing they did was pay a visit to Lori's mom, but talking to Miranda wasn't gonna be easy. You see, since the beginning of the case, Miranda and the police hadn't exactly seen eye to eye. Miranda thought she was being treated unfairly, while the police thought she was messing up the case by constantly posting on Facebook. So this wasn't gonna be a normal visit.
Miranda, my name's Nick Roberts. I'm a detective from Tallahassee. We're here about Lori. Can you come to the door and talk to us? Hey, dear. Are you Miranda? Did you holler at Jerry before? Do you mind if we come in and talk to you?
This is not, I can't let you in.
Okay. Do you mind just stepping out and talking to us, or you just want to stay here?
Let me put on some...
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Okay. Absolutely.
Hey, Miranda.
Party shit. Be a little hoe, some more shit. Yo, thought out here being these little hoes, gang. Ain't got nothing like it's nothing to you, bro. You just want to party and shake your ass and Don Julio on some more shit. You got a whole daughter in this where he ain't gonna even take care of the daughter for. That shit is sick and nasty. And he was a whole 3 or 4 and he was a shit.
To talk to people at her school where she attended here.
Okay.
We're just doing everything we can to try to get a feel for who she was and what might have happened, where she might be.
So sick.
Y'all know the scenario, and she's likely no longer with us. Honestly speaking, y'all do this, y'all investigate this, you know how this goes.
That's possible.
It's likely.
It is likely.
And y'all are treating me, and this is my problem with this. I'm finna air out all my grievances. So go ahead. Y'all are treating me like a fucking criminal, like I did something. She was not in my care when all this went down. I'm dealing with the loss of my child and the gross negligence of Tallahassee Police Department.
Yeah.
The disgusting negligence.
That's how you posted when your daughter did. What the fuck you was doing when your daughter was alive?
Potentially cost me the life of my child. And now y'all banging on my door 8-9 months later, asking me for my DNA.
We'll take all of that. Okay. They put brand new detectives on the case.
It's too late.
I hope it's not, but it could be.
Because if I'm moving a child, y'all know how to do this. This is not. If I'm moving a child, I'm gonna move the child in 8 months. I'm not gonna wait for y'all to run down my house.
We don't think that you'll move the child.
I'm not saying, but anybody that did, because there's an adult, there has to be an adult involved. She can't sustain herself this long. So whatever, thinking in their pattern, if I know that I have a child that the police are looking for, I'm not just gonna hold them. I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna hide them. I'm gonna.
Right.
Well, if you're thinking on the lines of placing the blame on us, then
not the blame. I'm not placing the blame on y'all. How y'all handled it. It was mishandled. It was very mishandled.
She just don't give a fuck.
If that's the case, then if it wasn't, I would want to say that they came to my house multiple times. They asked her for all these things multiple times. I complied in every way they asked. And when all that comes to light, then you can be on the right side of this thing.
You can investigate everything. I'm on the right side of this thing. I don't have to.
There's no reason.
But I'm not entitled. I don't have to cooperate with y'all. I don't trust y'all.
Okay.
Indeed, this was going to prove more complicated than the officers had hoped. But regardless, they pressed on, hoping to try and get anything useful out of her whatsoever.
I have to ask, your opinion. Could Buck's father have done anything to her? Would he have?
I can't speak on that as a fact and say because I don't know. I don't think that he would have because I mean
that's what I'm asking. Is your gut feeling? That's important to us.
She's been down there for summers and Christmas, so I don't think that he would hurt her. I really hope he wouldn't.
And nothing happened while she was down there. No allegations of even any kind of abuse at all, or nothing like that.
Not that I am aware of, but he didn't talk to me.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
But I'm not going to say he didn't, but I don't.
Yeah.
I hope he wouldn't hurt her.
And we have no evidence that he did. I mean,
she would ask her, why don't you call? Or you don't basically look to her I don't try to reach out to her, I don't care.
Because you weren't able to get through to her.
Because I wasn't able to get through her.
So you had to look up the school.
I don't know what to believe. That's the truth. I just don't know, but this shit is just so sad.
Find out what class she was in, and then they had to transfer you to that class to be able to talk to your daughter. Okay. Yeah, I'd be upset too.
One of the things for us, and again, like you said, your gut is Andrew didn't do anything. But we have to explore that option. It would be stupid not to. We wouldn't be doing right by Lori. We would be doing right by you. So while we're looking at all these other sightings and everything else, we have to look at Andrew, unfortunately. So Jerry interviewed Andrew. Andrew comes across as, a caring guy. But anybody can present themselves as caring to us because we don't know them.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been fooled before.
Yeah.
I've been a detective long enough to have been fooled before. You know what I mean? It's people can get away with lying to us.
Yeah, women lie to me all the time. At work, probably my wife lies to me some too. I don't know. But point being is the any voicemails, the video footage we were talking about, text messages, the verbiage that he uses when he's talking to you is
get to the
so if he's saying mean things to you,
just figure it out.
yeah, you know what I mean? That's
Please don't give these niggas no problem. Let's just get this shit figured out. Let them niggas know about that.
It does two things. One, it paints anybody close to Lori in the appropriate light. So if Andrew tells us that, Maurice is you're a horrible mother or whatever, that's his perspective, and it's not the most accurate light. He's biased. He doesn't have the best relationship with you. He's nice and cordial with us, but not with you. So there are gaps in perspective that we need to fill and get a better understanding of him to make sure that there's no chance he's involved. And honestly, that goes for you too. Which is one of the reasons we came to
After talking to Miranda, suspicion only grew around Andrew, but they still didn't have any physical evidence he was behind her disappearance. He had been...
What? Nigga, figure that shit out. You bump down and take him off the census. I'd be a hood detective bounty hunter for
neglectful. He had physically abused her, and potentially even worse. But what really happened that night she disappeared? The police wanted to clarify the confusion they had about him, so they wanted to have another chat with him in an interrogation room. And this time, they had a plan.
I mean, obviously, she ran away because I think she had got in trouble again. That's why she ran away the other time. So,
and don't think any way about this at all. All right, I have to ask these questions. I've asked everybody these questions. Do you know where Lori is now?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not. And if I did, child,
I know. All right. That's out of the way. So I want to ask you some other stuff too. Okay.
You can read his body language shit. Look at this. He's breaking this shit down. He's reading all this bullshit. Looking at what the fuck are you looking at, man? Bruh.
We look into everybody. We look into everything. All right. This job will make you cynical, and we have to go over every single thing for two reasons. One, we've got to make sure, because what's going to happen is if we get asked, why didn't you ask that question? You never asked the question. It looks like you may not have been at work certain days during that time. That's why I kind of asked you, was there anything that would have kept you home? Do you remember not going to work or calling in sick that you were supposed to be at your shift and didn't?
No.
You don't remember any of that? Okay.
This was the main question that this entire interview will revolve around. After contacting Andrew's work, they saw that he'd taken time off right around his daughter's disappearance. Now, while that might seem natural at first, it started to get suspicious when cops got a hold of his location data and saw that he went on an unusual car journey while he was absent from work. Clearly, this raised questions that detectives wouldn't stop asking until he told the truth.
You don't go to work, so. But there were a couple days during that time frame you didn't go to work.
Time frame being the last time Miranda showed up
that week before
to Lori
she
being missing. You coming home and not finding her. Do you remember calling in sick any of those days?
No.
Okay. And the reason we're asking was there's something happening at home. You went to work that night, came home, she was missing. That whole day before. Did you leave town at all?
I don't know.
Andrew kept denying, so the detectives just changed their approach. They stopped posing it as a question and started stating it as a fact.
Because it looks like you went just before you went to work. So you went to Jacksonville during that day and then came back, then went to work. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that for?
I was dropping the friend off at the airport.
Who's your friend?
Tim.
Tim what?
Tim. Fucking Tim. Tim Brown. Who the fuck is Tim Brown? Let's see if Tim Brown's a real person. Tim Brown. Fucking Tim Brown. Boy, you talking about like some brown shirt, got this 60 overall, rearing the man.
Tim Brown? So that was all it was? You took him to the airport?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Tim his real name?
Yeah.
Is it Timothy or what does Tim look like?
He red, short, low cut.
Okay. How old?
I don't know, 30 something.
30 something? Okay. And that was that day? Where was Lori that day? Was she with you or?
No, Lori was home.
Okay, she was at home?
Yeah.
Okay. She didn't ride with you to the airport? Okay. Like I said, it's just, and you can see where we're going with this, right? You know, there's a trip out of town, Lori goes missing, then you're going to an urgent care facility. You know, it's just, like I said, I'm not suspicious of you doing anything. All right, I just these are questions that are going to come up and we need answers to them, that's all. So we can explain it and kind of go in the right direction for this case and look elsewhere, right? Do you call anybody or ask anybody or go looking for any place before you call us?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know I called the police. I know when I got home, I was like, what the fuck?
Do you remember about what time you got home?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you got home later than usual or earlier than usual?
It depends on the time. Because sometimes if I do overtime, I get off a little late.
Okay.
They knew Andrew was hiding something. Not one part of his story made sense, and all he's been able to do is give excuses and pretend he doesn't know anything. They weren't gonna get anything out of him like this, at least nothing admissible in court. So 8 days later, they showed up to his front door with a search warrant.
We have a copy of the search warrant for you that will get the Thomas Hill has it. Here's a copy of the search warrant. You can go to the courthouse and get a copy of it. Apparently, this is new to me because this is Georgia, from Florida, but it's signed by the judge. This is your copy to have. You keep that and get a copy of all the documents up there in the courthouse.
And what this fuck? What this fuck? Like, yeah.
This is in reference to Lord.
Like what?
So, man, neither of us are, Detective Magna and Childers are the ones that are leading the case. So, all we were really told is that there was a search warrant thing for your house for certain items and the rest.
During the search, they learned that Andrew had changed his computer and disposed of his old one. They also learned that he had dismantled and factory reset many of his other devices, which the police interpreted as an attempt to derail their investigation. They saw his journal, where he complained about his inability to control his angry and violent feelings. But their most important discovery came from chemical tests carried out on Andrew's vehicle. Multiple spots on the passenger side tested positive for blood. All the while, another set of detectives were investigating more about Andrew's past and discovered something shocking. They learned he had another child about the same age as Lori, and that child was the only thing that stopped him from strangling his ex-wife to death when they hit him with a frying pan. In March 2024, the police subpoenaed Priceline, an online travel agency, attempting to find out more about Andrew's trip to the airport with Tim. When they looked him up, they discovered no flights under Tim's name. What they did find, however, was a ticket to Puerto Rico in Andrew's name on that very day.
I think even Tim's confused as to why you used him as an alibi to go to Jacksonville when that didn't happen.
Like I said, I don't know what you said. That's something. So if that's what you said, that's what you said. So I don't know. You can't tell me.
So the thing too about it is, it's not just that what Tim said. It's we know that that's not what he went to Jacksonville.
Why went to Jacksonville?
Because we were going to take a flight to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So we find it a little odd that a flight goes to Puerto Rico and all of a sudden turn back around, come home. You didn't have any plans for anybody to be keeping work.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, how about something we would understand? How about something that explains why she ain't around anymore?
She ran away. What you mean? Like,
no, she didn't run away.
Hey, come on. I don't know what to tell you.
Why'd you go to Puerto Rico? Why would you want to go? Hell, you didn't even call out sick that day. You just went. You were going to leave work, leave Lori, leave everybody.
You didn't have nobody said.
You didn't tell nobody. You didn't do nothing. You just bought a ticket and drove to Jacksonville.
You didn't have nobody said to babysit Lori. This is well before you reported missing.
when this ends up being over, you're going to need to have a story to explain why things went the way they went.
That's fine.
Okay? And one, I would hope a jury would understand, because that's the way this is looking right now.
Andrew still refused to provide any more information, but at this point, it was all but over for him. A further search of Andrew's devices revealed searches such as where do police look to find missing kids and bad neighborhood, Tallahassee, Florida. Then they carried out further analysis on Andrew's location data, digging for more places he went to around the time Lori went missing. They learned that he had visited many wooded areas in the days leading up to her disappearance. One place was particularly interesting, Merrily Plantation, located just north of the Florida-Georgia border. It was a vacant plantation with large amounts of wooded areas, and Andrew's phone had logged a location there around 7 a.m. on June 1st, 2023. The police conducted 3 cadaver dog searches here over the next few months. In January, they did find a pile of human bones, but DNA analysis came back inconclusive. It was starting to seem like Lori Page's disappearance might remain a mystery, until on April 5th, their final search yielded another pile of bones, and this time, the result came back positive. After nearly 2 years of searching, police had found Lori, and she had been murdered by her own father. At last, on April 11th, 2025, police tracked down Andrew Wiley for the last time and arrested him on suspicion of murdering his daughter.
You want to come over? You want to come over to my car? When did you move to Tallahassee?
September.
September? Did you have any weapons on you? No. Mind if I put you down? No. Put you on that.
This nigga's been like, he did this shit that he thought he'd been free so long. He been free so long after doing what the fuck he did, bro. That shit is crazy to me. He been free so long. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. This nigga probably think he's the shit, bro. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. Nigga, fuck you.
We're gonna head to the station. We're gonna have a chat. Okay.
Officers brought him straight to the interrogation room, where, this time, it didn't matter if he didn't answer their questions. In fact, his plan this time was to actually stay completely silent. But that wouldn't work, because now the detectives had everything they needed to put him behind bars. All they were going to do was give him a chance to explain himself and try to figure out why he killed his own daughter.
I mean, if I were in your position, I'd have a ton of questions as to why I was here now.
And I'm not going to pretend you're not a smart man. I know you're a smart man, so you understand the difference between murder, manslaughter, and everything in between, right? Negligent manslaughter, any of those things. You understand that? You've seen people come in and out of that prison day in, day out, different types of charges. How do the ones look that are charged with murder versus the ones that are charged with lesser offenses? Do they look different? Do they act different? Which one do you want to be? You know why you're here. Like I said, I'm not playing games with you.
I just think everybody deserves to know what happened.
Man, if anybody, I mean, for you, you want everybody to think you're a monster? Because I can tell you right now, if you wait to do that when you get to court, ain't no one gonna want to listen to you. Your chances right now, we can amend charges.
Sick ass nigga, bro.
Your family, Miranda's family.
Fucking funny, bro. This
Tell at this point,
Your son.
half the country. Do you even care? An honest question, man.
You're sitting there giggling in handcuffs while you're being charged with your daughter's murder. Yeah. That wasn't clear when I said that a minute ago? That's why you're here.
On what basis?
I mean, we're talking about a 2-year investigation. We're not going to sit here and go through every piece of evidence, but what we can tell you is that we have enough evidence to charge you with murder.
Charge random people.
No,
No.
we don't charge random people.
Definitely random.
Especially not after a 2-year investigation.
And I'm telling you right now, if you don't show any signs of remorse right now, if you don't show any signs that you give it right now, you are going to be convicted. There is no doubt in my mind. Convicted of what is up to you. That's your only play here. Is it going to be guilty as charged, or is it going to be something else? Because right now, I'm with you and the way you're acting.
The fuck do you do some shit like this and just live with yourself? This shit's just crazy to me, bro. I don't know how niggas like how you could just do some shit like that. How you just do
Be
some
guilty
shit
as
like
charged, no doubt in my mind. I've done enough of these. This is your shot, bud. And I'm willing to listen now. I'm willing to file any information that you have to go along with this case. And you know what, deep down, I think you do feel bad. I think you do have remorse for what happened. And I think you got scared and did some stupid so she wouldn't be found.
So you ain't found my daughter.
That's all you're concerned about, whether or not we found her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found her. She's right where you left her.
You're sitting here throwing your hands up like you found her, so what? Well, you're being charged with murder, and we're saying we found her, so I think you're smart enough to put 2 and 2 together.
Come on, Andrew. Be a true grieving father like you are. Like I know you are.
It's over, man.
Do what you have to do to make this right now. You won't have another opportunity. You'll be looking at a bunch of people in a jury booth that won't give a flying hell about what you say when it comes your time. They're not going to care. They're going to look at everything else, and then they're going to convict you. But they have to get it right. I need them to get it right. You need them to get it right. So we need to know what actually happened. Okay? Was it a mistake?
This nigga, bro. I'm tired of
Was it an accident?
This little pussy. This little pussy ass shit.
Keep it on, man. This is your life, not mine. I can give a shit. When this is over, that's it. That's the only opportunity you're going to get. I'm going to go about my business. I'm going to work the next case. Okay?
Listen, man, the mystery's over. All right.
Acting like that is what's pissing me off.
Lori's dead. You're charged with her murder.
So my daughter's dead.
She's dead. Found her remains.
Where?
You tell us. Because you wouldn't be here charged with murder for your daughter's death.
This nigga's still playing, bro.
If we didn't have evidence to support that you did. We wouldn't be doing it all speculation. We wouldn't be doing it all somebody thinks you did it. You've got evidence to support that you did it.
Type of shit. That's what you had. Bro, I gotta figure out what happened to this nigga, bro. I'm tired of watching this nigga talk.
Yes.
I'm so tired of watching this nigga speak, bro. I'm dead ass so tired of watching this nigga talk.
What we want to know is
like, so
how did
tired.
it happen?
What is the fuck?
That's what we're giving you the opportunity to tell us. Did you just get mad at her one day and decide this is the day?
Like, he's literally not talking.
Someone else to understand that too.
Sure. Yeah, I just said my daughter's dead. Yeah, I talked to him about it.
I'm so tired of what the fuck he
I need to
said.
worry about it.
Okay. Good luck.
The current belief is that Andrew sexually assaulted Lori, but panicked when he realized he couldn't cover it up. Andrew was found to be getting STD treatment around the time of Lori's death, and there's a record of him buying a Plan B pill, too. Unfortunately, Lori's remains were far too degraded to properly determine if she was pregnant or not. Andrew never conceded and was charged with second-degree murder, but the police never knew for certain how or why he killed her. Andrew maintained his innocence to the police and his family all the way up until June 19th, 2025, when he died in custody of pulmonary embolism while awaiting trial. What started as a mystery over 2 years ago would forever remain unsolved.
Man, that's it. Man, alright, bro. Man, fuck him. He's dead, so now he's in hell. So he's having a time. You get what he deserves. Hey, y'all sub up #third gang in the motherfucking chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit that noti bell, like, comment about how he is nasty and weird and how he deserved to be dead. So y'all be safe.